Sweden needs 18,000 new tech and STEM specialists every year. To hit that number, companies are aggressively recruiting talent from outside the country. But despite this massive demand, thousands of qualified international candidates hit a brick wall. They fail because they treat the Swedish job market like the rest of the world, relying on standard global application habits instead of adapting to local rules. To bypass that wall, you need a few baseline tools: a standard CV, a LinkedIn profile, specific tech stack skills, and fluency in English. You do not need to speak a word of Swedish to get started. Step by step, we are going to tear down your generic application and rebuild it. By the end of this process, you will have constructed a specialized application engine, ensuring your profile clears both local recruiter filters and strict government regulations. The first hurdle has nothing to do with your coding skills. For non-EU citizens, entering the Swedish tech sector requires an employer-sponsored work permit, and that permit is dictated entirely by a strict government-mandated salary threshold. Starting June 2026, your job offer must pay at least 90% of Sweden's median salary, a hard line at 33,390 krona per month. But for specific tech occupations like system administrators, the government drops the requirement to 75%. Your immediate first step is to check the Swedish Migration Agency's website. Find your exact occupation on their exemption list and establish your personal minimum salary baseline. You have to know your exact number before you apply. Accepting a job offer that falls even slightly below this threshold means your work permit will be rejected, stopping your relocation entirely. With your salary target locked in, you need to find the right openings. If you start your search on Platsbanken, the official Swedish employment portal, you will spend hours sifting through thousands of jobs that mandate fluent Swedish. Instead, bookmark two platforms right now: englishjobs.se for general tech and engineering roles, and The Hub for startup, SaaS, and fintech positions. These platforms curate listings for English-first work environments. When you read these job ads, look for implicit language cues. If the description is written entirely in English and does not explicitly demand Swedish fluency, the rule operates in English. By restricting your search strictly to these curated portals and paying attention to these explicit language cues, you stop wasting time on inaccessible roles and maximize the return on every application you send. Now we optimize your documents. Swedish recruiters rely on applicant tracking systems, and these systems operate on strict constraints. Your CV must never exceed 2 pages, and you must eliminate vague lists of responsibilities. Take a generic bullet point like responsible for building microservices. Delete it. Instead, measure the impact and state the exact tech stack. Redesigned Monolith into 12 microservices, reducing deployment by 85% using AWS, Kubernetes, and Python. Next, adjust your LinkedIn profile to capture inbound recruitment. Swedish recruiters actively source candidates here, but they skip profiles that lack a clear intent to relocate. Go to your headline and append a clear location tag right next to your technical title. Add the specific phrase, "Open to opportunities in Sweden." A tight 2-page CV built on hard data, paired with a transparent LinkedIn profile, removes the friction from the hiring process. You go from being an unpredictable international applicant to a quantifiable, safe asset for a Swedish hiring manager. Once you apply, you must adapt to the local timeline. Swedish hiring is highly structured. Prepare for a marathon process of multiple interviews that can stretch up to 6 months. To navigate this wait, use a specific networking tactic. Almost every Swedish job ad lists a designated contact person at the bottom. Find them on LinkedIn and send a direct, intelligent question about the role before you apply. This diagram shows the rigid sequence once you sign an offer. First, your employer must legally secure health, life, and occupational injury insurance. After those are in place, they initiate your permit application, triggering a 3 to 4 month wait. Understanding this protracted timeline ensures your new employer is checking off their legal obligations in the correct order. It is your final defensive measure to guarantee your job offer results in a successful relocation. You now have your 3 structural pillars in place: a precise understanding of your legal salary threshold, a curated list of English-first job boards, and a 2-page impact-driven CV. It's time to execute. Go to LinkedIn right now, update your headline, and start messaging the contact persons at your target companies. You are no longer applying blindly into a void. You have successfully engineered a bespoke Swedish application strategy